Like many 13-year-olds, Bryce Fisher loves adventure, playing sports, and being active. But all that is changing. A year and a half ago, Bryce was jumping on the trampoline with his brothers when he landed wrong.
He came to me and I was like, Bryce, just suck it up. And I just kind of blew it off. And a month later, he's still hurting.
They eventually took Bryce to the doctor who performed an x-ray, but they couldn't find anything wrong.
He couldn't run. He couldn't play with his friends like he used to because his back hurt all the time. And then pretty soon he developed a limp.
Knowing something wasn't right, they went back to the doctors, where they did months worth of tests, until one day they noticed what looked like a compression fracture in Bryce's back.
Never forget that day, November 1st, when we went in and they said, you know, it's crushed here, no chance that it's going to hurt the spinal cord, so that's good. But we're not really worried about that so much as we're worried about these white spots on the vertebrae above and below it.
Eventually it was determined that Bryce has an extremely rare condition.
It's chronic recurrent multifocal osteomyelitis,
aka chromo, a condition that only affects 1 in a million children. Bryce's white blood cells attack his healthy bones.
It shortens them and eats away at them.
Now Bryce is severely limited in his abilities. He isn't allowed to play like a normal 13-year-old, and his immune system is incredibly compromised. And what could be a quick sickness for some kids can actually hospitalize Bryce. So he has to miss school a lot and is isolated.
They have certain medication that seems to work for the most part, but they don't have a cure.
But through it all, Bryce is keeping a positive attitude.
I still find the good stuff, like I can still draw and I can swim, which I've been doing.
To help keep busy, Bryce started a YouTube channel to blog his journey and let other kids know who are also fighting rare conditions that they're not alone.
I want to help in some way, and I feel like I'm doing my part that way.
Lacey Darrow, 6 on Your Side.